gentlemen, we got him.
From Newcastle United, confident of agreeing a loan deal for Kalvin Phillips at the start of the January transfer window.
Wow! Wow! Oh, wow!
To uncovering a real concern at St. James's Park as Newcastle's key official could leave soon. But don't worry, because Newcastle United have found a replacement.
Perfect.
To revealing the 3 players at risk of being sold by Newcastle United in January, including incredible £20 million star.
You serious?
Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go.
Starting off, according to reports, Newcastle United is keen on securing a loan deal for Manchester City midfielder Kalvin Phillips as soon as the January transfer window opens. The club is said to be confident about finalizing the deal and wants to complete the loan switch quickly. Phillips has had a challenging time at Manchester City since his £45 million move to the club. He has received limited playing time, featuring for just 290 minutes in the Premier League last season, and has only played 89 minutes so far this season. It is evident that he is not one of Pep Guardiola's preferred options, as the manager himself has acknowledged. Newcastle's dismal December, marked by their exits from European competitions and the Carabao Cup, as well as a 3-1 defeat to Nottingham Forest, has prompted manager Eddie Howe to seek reinforcements in midfield and attack. Phillips has reportedly become Howe's primary target. The club is optimistic about finalizing the deal and hopes to secure the loan move swiftly, as reported by The Telegraph. While Mail Sport revealed last week that Phillips is keen on a temporary move to Juventus in January, with transfer expert Fabrizio Romano also recently claiming that Juventus had opened talks with Manchester City to discuss Kalvin Phillips' deal. But as per the new development from The Telegraph, Newcastle United are now confident that they'll be able to seal a loan deal for Kalvin Phillips and want to do so as soon as possible in January, therefore beating the Italian giants to his signature. Phillips's decision is likely to be influenced by the assurance of playing time, especially with Euro 2024 just 6 months away. Newcastle, plagued by injuries in recent months, has struggled in midfield and has shown vulnerabilities in controlling games. Phillips is seen as the player who could provide more control and address this issue within the team. Newcastle's pursuit of Phillips reflects their desire to bolster their squad and address their midfield concerns. The loan deal would offer Phillips an opportunity for regular playing time and a chance to contribute to Newcastle's resurgence under Howe. Then, Newcastle United is reportedly growing increasingly concerned about the potential departure of Dan Ashworth due to interest from Manchester United. Jim Ratcliffe, who recently acquired a 25% stake in Manchester United, is said to be keen on bringing Ashworth to the club. The fact that Ashworth already has a good relationship with Dave Brailsford, who is now working at Manchester United, adds to the allure of the move. According to a report from The Eye, a source close to the club, Newcastle is becoming more worried about Ashworth leaving because he is considered a vital part of the club's long-term development. Since joining the club, Ashworth has made significant contributions to improving the club's stature and infrastructure, with particular emphasis on investing in the academy side of the club. Newcastle has been diligently assembling a strong behind-the-scenes team to drive the club's growth on and off the pitch. Losing Ashworth would be a major setback to the progress that has been made. The 52-year-old was one of the initial choices Newcastle identified to lead the club into its new era, and his appointment was considered a significant coup for the club given his impressive work at Brighton and with the England setup. The upcoming summer transfer window will be crucial in determining the kind of progress Newcastle aims to make next season, and the hope is that Ashworth will oversee it. However, there are concerns that Newcastle may struggle to compete with Manchester United's offer, potentially leading them to rethink their project. In anticipation of Ashworth's potential departure, Newcastle has reportedly identified possible replacements. One name that has been rumored is Richard Hughes from Bournemouth, who is a close friend of Newcastle manager Eddie Howe. However, losing Ashworth could alter the trajectory of the club just over a year into this new era. While it is widely acknowledged that no individual is bigger than the club, Ashworth's contributions and ongoing work behind the scenes have made him a figure that Newcastle would find difficult to replace. His departure would undoubtedly be seen as a significant loss given the positive impact he has had on the club's development. Then moving on, Newcastle United is expected to experience significant changes in their squad in 2024, similar to the previous year. The club has already made notable signings, such as Sandro Tonali and Anthony Gordon, replacing players like John Joe Shelvey and Chris Wood. The objective for Newcastle is to build on their remarkable 2022-23 campaign, where they secured qualification for the UEFA Champions League. In order to compete in Europe's elite competition once again, the club's owners are keen on strengthening the squad. With potential arrivals of new players, it is likely that some of the current players will have to depart. So the first player who is at risk of being sold by Newcastle in January is Javi Manquillo. Manquillo's contract is set to expire at the end of the season, and it seems unlikely that he will be offered an extension. As the fourth-choice right-back behind Kieran Trippier, Tino Livramento, and Emil Kraft, Manquillo's chances of regular playing time are limited. Newcastle may look to sell him in the January transfer window to recoup some of the £4.5 million they spent on him in 2017. The second players is Matt Targett, who joined Newcastle permanently from Aston Villa for £15 million, has struggled with injuries since his arrival. He has faced competition from Dan Burn at left back and has struggled to secure a consistent place in the team. Whether it is Newcastle's decision to cash in or Targett's desire for more playing time elsewhere, a move in January wouldn't be surprising considering the rumours of his potential exit during the previous summer. Then the third player is Callum Wilson. According to Caught Offside, there is a possibility that Newcastle United could sell Callum Wilson in January. Wilson's potential departure is the most controversial, contingent on whether Newcastle signs another forward. Due to injuries suffered by Wilson and Alexander Isak this season, there have been discussions about bringing in another striker to St. James Park. The new signing would likely be a younger player with the potential to eventually replace Wilson in the squad. This could result in reduced playing time for Wilson, who prefers to be the main striker. At 32 years old, Wilson may consider leaving the club in 2024. Considering his goal-scoring ability in the Premier League, he could be a valuable asset that Newcastle might consider selling to generate funds, similar to the departure of Alain Saint-Maximin earlier in the year.
I love them, that's life, Sometimes, as I always say, the most important is the fan and the club, I'm not bigger than the club, so if the club think was the best option for them, and for sure Al Ali gives me a great opportunity as well. If both parties are happy with that, and if this can help Newcastle to finish in better position or to win something this season, I will be very happy. And for sure, Newcastle supporter will always stay there. I always think about them because they give me everything, and without them, I will never have that opportunity to sign in Al Ali. So I'm a guys to never forget, and I hope they will never forget what I give to them.
Thank you so much.
However, it's important for the club to consider the potential consequences of such a move. Newcastle must exercise caution in their decision-making, as evidenced by their recent defeat against Nottingham Forest, where former Newcastle forward Chris Wood scored a hat-trick. Then finally, if you want to know the Newcastle United official leaked Adidas 24-25 home kit and the €60 million star, Newcastle is doing the maths to sign. Click the video on your screen now